Oh, we're going. We're live. I didn't know.
I know. This is ridiculous. We need somebody to say action.
I think we're supposed to say that.
Oh, really?
Action. Okay. Welcome back to Sinister Sinema, where our mouths are full of food. We don't know what we're doing.
Yes, please stop your chomping.
I'm going to stop.
You're chomping this.
I love eating nuts.
Chomping is ridiculous.
What are we drinking today?
This is good old-fashioned 100% pure HEB pineapple juice.
Nice. No, it's not even that good. It's Libby's.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if Libby's is good or not.
It doesn't look good. They need to do something about the advertisement on the bottle.
You know what's weird is when you brought it over. So Carlos,
it's terrible. It's a terrible design. If you look at it, it's terrible.
Well, you went and bought the pineapple juice just so we could have some pineapple juice. And when you walked in, these little like shells of the pineapple on here, I thought it was just a yellow bottle that was like filthy.
I'm telling you.
Why is there dirt all over that pineapple he just brought in?
Oh, no wonder it doesn't. There's no sugar added.
Yeah, but pineapple juice is like nearly 100% sugar.
No, you need to add sugar to pineapple juice.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Does it say, oh yeah, no sugar added?
When you buy pineapple slices, don't buy the ones that say no sugar added.
You like the ones in syrup? Oh, I don't even know how you do it.
What?
It's like diabetes in a can.
That's why my life expectancy is only like another 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, that's messed up. Oh, what does that say? Oh, here we go. Wow, Carlos.
Why? So, what are we talking about today?
Pineapple juice.
So far, pineapple juice.
And the farming of pineapples.
And Troma, the preferred tequila made by The Rock.
You think he goes down there and like chops the agave? Like he goes down to Mexico? And,
yeah, there's videos of him without a shirt on.
Really?
With his big old man tits.
Does he like cut one of the big agaves off and like carry it for a workout?
Yeah.
That's cool. I wish we had a picture of that.
Shit.
That's a stout drink, I think. Is anything coming out of there? Are you a professional bartender? I've already got some in mind. I'm just gonna put it here to the side where the
look at this nice little cork.
Yeah.
The Rock don't mess around with no screw tops.
He'll probably appreciate how we don't have the good color balance and it's just blown out on camera.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna lose our product placement money.
Well, I know, even though you can't read it, that's The Rock's tequila.
There we go.
I recently
I see people do this online a lot.
I recently asked a bartender friend that I tattooed if he carried Troma in his bar, and he said, "No way, Jose." He's white, but he said Jose because
he thought that was your name. Oh,
because he was trying to act Mexican because I was talking about tequila, and he says, "No way, Jose. We don't use brands that celebrities make because they make enough money."
Does he really say that?
Yeah, and I was like,
"But what if it's better than the other?"
He's like, "We only use."
I do think
homemade.
The Rock is watching right now, Jamie.
Homemade. Homegrown. What is it? Local.
Local.
We only use local tequila.
Farm to table.
Farm to table.
Well, the thing is that.
And I was like, I don't give a shit. I love The Rock.
You do love The Rock.
I do, man. I cannot wait for Black Adam. Even though Black Adam looks like a damn Morbius movie. I didn't like the trailer, man.
You didn't like the Black Adam trailer?
No, it looks too Morbius.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean by that?
You saw the Morbius trailer?
No, I refuse to watch anything Jared Leto's in.
Why?
Except for, I really like Fight Club. I like that one scene in Fight Club.
When they beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Ever since you told me about Jared Leto, right? You told me about him.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that just in case he's watching.
Yeah. His people might get hold of our people. Be a bad
Jamie, did you message The Rock and tell him to follow our channel?
I like those little cats. Where'd those come from?
You think he's watching? I hope so.
Oh my god, I hope so too. He's probably like, this is the worst show ever.
I don't care. Some of the worst shows are some of the best shows.
Well, I'm gonna put some rock tequila in here. This is pretty good. Tequila and pineapple juice?
That's all Lyric drinks. The Big Lush.
I didn't even know that was a drink. I've got the little cooler over here with some ice today.
What kind of cooler is that?
It's from our sponsor, Igloo, Little Playmate. But it's a good cooler. Just because they pay us to be on the channel doesn't mean it's not a good cooler. And Libby's. Libby's, we'll take any sponsorship money you want to throw at us. Ooh, there were like weird chunks coming out of there. Where's this stuff made?
Libby, Texas.
Product of New York.
People don't. New York doesn't grow pineapples.
It says bottled in the USA. Yeah, it's weird. What's that say?
All right. Okay. That's enough of the pineapple juice.
Okay, what are we talking about today? What movie?
Today,
or movies?
We're talking about Troma films.
Troma.
Troma.
Why don't you give us a little bit of history about Troma? What do you know about Troma?
Troma films are disgusting.
They can be a little bit disturbing.
If you've never seen a Troma movie and somebody says, "Here, watch this movie," you're gonna be fucking shocked.
Well, they have some that are I mean, I guess they're still a little crazy, but because they had some of those first ones they were trying to make were like the sexy comedy ones, and like there was the one about the baseball girls, and I don't know but really what they're known for is just their crazy over the top boobs and blood kind of stuff. And yeah, it gets a little bit crazy.
Troma Films is pretty much Lloyd Kaufman. He's just this crazy old man from New York. His studio is in New York. You can actually go and visit the studio.
Yeah, they have an email if you just want to take a tour. You can like email them and be like, "Hey, I want to set up a tour."
He was all about. He never really wanted to do movies. He actually has a book out called "Everything I Learned About Making Movies I Learned from Making the Toxic Avenger," and it's a very well made movie. Terrible actors, but the script is pretty damn good. I mean, it's so good they're remaking it with big name actors.
Here, okay, I'm gonna just go right off the bat and tell you how I feel about Troma. I think Troma is awesome because Lloyd Kaufman really encourages and puts money behind independent films, like just people that have zero budget, that are just like, you can just write a script and send it into them and they might make your movie. Like, I mean, to this day, and that's like 40,
him and his wife
48 years later
spent all their money.
Yeah, his wife is like on the film commission in New York. Like she's does that kind of stuff, so they're like really involved in it. It's what's really weird is after watching his movies, you wouldn't think like, oh, this guy went to Yale, you know, because the movies seem more like I don't know. It's like, I can't there's even, a lot of like very
you can't even explain
second grader kind of humor in some of it.
It's,
you know,
over the top, like, and it's all, I mean, it's a lot of them from the 80s. When was Poultrygeist?
2006.
I didn't
it's
know
one of the newer ones. So, in particular, we're going to be talking about 2 movies tonight that we just watched. Toxic Avenger and Poultrygeist. Those are actually, looking into it, those are the 2 films that he seems to be most proud of when he's talking, like, and on their website, and anytime it's like, Lloyd Kaufman, director of Poultrygeist, which I'm just going to say right off the bat is weird because I don't really think that Poultrygeist is one of the best movies, but for whatever reason, that's like the one they push as one of their favorite ones.
Class of Nukem High, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah, see, that was one of the better ones, but like that's not really brought up that much, you know, so that's kind of like a weird.
I mean, Toxic
thing.
Avenger will always be his top, I think. And James Gunn, director of Slither and what else did he do? Guardians of the Galaxy. He did the screenplay for Romeo and Juliet, which was a Troma movie. A lot of people don't know that. That's where he started out. James Gunn, the hottest fucking director out there now.
Yeah, he was like an in-house writer and director for Troma. Yeah. So
that's why he uses Lloyd Kaufman, and Lloyd Kaufman came out in the first Guardians of the Galaxy in the prison scene.
What about the ones we just watched? Who's in those that...
Marissa Tomei comes out in Toxic Avenger.
Oh, yeah. It's one of her first roles.
She's coming out of the shower.
Or she's like
just an extra.
One of the gym people. Yeah.
So, which one we're going to talk about first? Which one do you want to talk about?
I think probably... Jamie, I didn't... You know what's weird is Jamie said she didn't see Marissa Tomei. I also did not see Marissa Tomei, even though I knew she was in it at some point, and I just completely forgot to look for her. And so that's kind of...
It's because you don't see her, you see her boobs.
Oh, she comes out nude?
No, I don't know.
We're going to rewatch it tonight, maybe.
There is so much tits and ass in the movies. Like, it is dumb.
I mean, that's pretty much what... It's like if you... The 80 horror movie, like the trope of what an 80s horror movie is basically what they make. Like, that's like their main... it's boobs and blood.
Lots of blood. But most of the blood is green.
Yeah,
a lot of the blood.
It's like weird stuff.
I guess so they can not worry about getting an R rating?
Yeah, that's possible.
So which one are we going to talk about first?
I'd say Toxic Avenger. Because it's like probably... Toxic Avenger series is probably my favorite of all the Troma films. And I think they may actually be the best of the Troma films too.
You think so?
In my opinion. Yeah.
It's just such a good script. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's basically a story about a completely corrupt town where the mayor
runs everything.
Is a drug pushing, Nazi loving
pedophile.
Is he a pedophile?
13-year-old hookers and shit. Yeah.
Oh, were they supposed to be kids?
Yeah, and the scene, one of the scenes where one of his pimps is pushing a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I forgot about that.
Pedophiles, so they all deserve to die.
Yeah, and so then it centers around, the main place it centers around really is this weird gym where people do a lot of drugs, smoke while working out, and have sex in the gym, which is...
I have never seen a gym that busy before.
I know. And have you ever seen a gym where there's that many people smoking while they're working out?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And doing heroin?
Yeah.
And doing blow?
Yeah, the one guy was just like actually handing out like full needles of heroin. Like they were already like ready to go. Here you go.
And I was telling you, if you look, if you're watching the movie and the actors are acting, the main actors are acting in the front, but if you look in the back, in the background, I guess Lloyd, the director, just tells them, do things.
But they have it set to where they're all in focus and you can see them actually just kind of like.
So they're like, do stuff. So they're just like dancing around. And then some of them are horse playing and fighting. And then they're like pretending to hit each other. It is so bad. Where I was looking more at that and laughing my ass off. Like, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, how did you like those 80s like tan lines? Like,
and that shit is so hot. I'm sorry. It is so hot. Where the tan lines come up to here. They like go up to...
That's what's kind of funny is like
the V suntan is all the way up to her fucking nipples.
The one part when she pulls her bra down and she's just like, she's all super tan. There's just like her boobs are just like white V's.
Goddamn things on her titties.
Oh, that's so 80s.
And this acting is just so bad. Oh God, so bad.
See, this is what's weird about it. Is Jamie, you watched it too. Did you think it was a good movie overall? Like, did you think it was like the story was good?
Oh, I don't give a shit how bad the acting is. They're the originators of it's so bad it's good.
Yeah, see, she said she thought it was great. She'd never seen it.
Oh, it's awesome. The story's great. Who cares if the acting sucks? That's what makes it part.
How awesome is what's the main guy's name? Winston? Before he turns into a Toxic Avenger. Melvin. Why was I thinking Winston? Is that his real name in real life? Well, let's see. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
No, he has a weird name.
It's not even on there. See, he's not even listed as a main character. Melvin. Oh no, Mark. Okay, I don't know. Who the hell's Winston?
I don't know.
Oh, the black guy from Ghostbusters. Isn't that his name in that?
No.
Is it really not? Who the fuck is Winston?
I don't know.
Are you sure Winston's not in Ghostbusters?
So at the very beginning of the movie, there's a scene in which one of the gym rats, Slug, and his girl Sarah, they go and they bang, remember? And Melvin walks in on him.
Oh, yeah.
And she pulls out the fucking switchblade.
I'll kill ya, you pervert.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, after that, they got married.
Who?
In real life. Both those guys.
The ones having sex?
Yes. They got married.
That's kind of crazy. The main bad guy and... Well, I don't know.
Not the main. He was the second.
Yeah.
Slug.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's kind of cool.
And they got divorced right after, too.
I was going to ask that next.
I'm like, come on. You can't pretend to bang a chick on a movie set.
Why wasn't
fall in love with her.
Why
ain't gonna work.
Why was that not on TV, the divorce trial?
Because it's not Amber and Johnny. So, stories about this guy, Melvin, the mop boy. He's the mop boy of the gym, and he accidentally fucks up and puts his mop in their jacuzzi, the bad guy's jacuzzi.
Yeah, it's just like he's not.
It's not. I mean, the story's great, but it's just a simple storyline. But what happens to him is amazing.
Yeah, they basically bully him, and
because he's not all there. He's kind of he's just a weakling.
I'm pretty sure they call him the R word a couple times in the show. But
oh yeah.
So they basically play a prank on him and chase him, and
they tell him, meet me here and we're gonna make out and have sex. So he gets all excited, and they're like, you have to put this on, a pink tutu with hearts or dots or whatever.
Yeah, that's actually when you see her boobs.
Oh yeah, that's when she flashes the tan boobs. She's basically
like, if you put on this tutu, I'm gonna take my clothes off, and she pulls her tutu off, or her top off, and you see that crazy
Crazy tan line.
Tan line, 80s tan line.
So they chase him up the stairs, and it just so happens
there's some
an 18-wheeler full of toxic waste pulls in front of the gym. No covers on the barrels, of course. And it's all this pink or green bubbling.
Yeah, and they pulled over because they needed to pull over to
do a bunch of blow.
To just snort blow, yeah.
Cocaine, yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what blow is, a lot of people don't. It's cocaine.
I'm going to try this mezcal here.
The fucking Burger King of tequilas.
Yeah. Flame broiled tequila.
So they throw him out of the window, or he jumps out of the window, actually.
He runs and for some reason just jumps out the window.
I mean,
I don't really know why.
He had to, or else it wouldn't be a goddamn story, Doug.
That's true. That's true. He runs, jumps out the window, and goes headfirst into the barrel of toxic sludge.
Man, if you really watch that scene, people look like they could die. Like, that can't be safe.
Like the
stunts, yes. Like, if you watch it, I rewound it, man, or skipped it back. I don't know. I always say rewind. I've been saying rewind.
Rewind.
And you get that did not look safe at all. He barely landed in between the barrels.
Oh, like the stuntman?
Yes. If you look at him, you can tell he hit boxes or something, but that shit does not look safe.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. I mean, it's low budget horror. So that's the crazy thing about it wasn't. Jamie said it probably wasn't the real. It was probably the real Melvin.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, he got burned in real life.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and that scene when the cop grabs him and the cop catches on fire.
Yeah.
All that stuff that's falling, it fell on.
Oh, on the actor gel stuff.
It fell on his legs and it burned him.
Oh, that sucks. Well, that's the last scene for him, anyways, in the whole movie, so it's fine.
No, remember he's in the tub with all the air bladders.
Oh, right. See, that's another thing. These movies have a very low budget, and they put I don't know if it's just
probably all their money goes into the makeup.
The makeup, that is a thing that really I remember about some of these movies. Is like I like Toxic Avenger. It's not like I watch it all the time, but it's one of those movies that when I was in high school, I was like, oh, this is amazing, and I watched it a couple times. And one of the things that really I always thought about of these things was how good the makeup is. And I mean, even, all across their movies, all the movies they've done, like they have this they can have the worst acting, the worst storylines, the worst sound ever, and then they have but their makeup is really good. Like they have really good makeup, especially for being on like such a crazy budget.
It's like that movie. I don't know if I keep telling you to watch it.
Which one?
Abominable.
About the snowman? Is it about a snowman? Abominable snowman? The Yeti?
It's a low budget movie, but the director, his dad was
Stan Winston,
one of the famous composers.
Oh, yes.
So the dad did the score for the movie.
You told me about that.
So it's like...
So it makes the movie that much better because of the sound?
It's like getting a Whataburger at Griff's. So also the dad knew... what the fuck? I always forget his name. He did all the famous movie posters. The artist. He did Return of the Jedi. He did all of them. Indiana Jones, all hand painted. He wound up doing that shitty B-movie poster. And it's amazing.
That's funny.
And the movie it's just a shitty B-movie. The makeup isn't that good, but it's still pretty decent. That's what it's y'all need to check it out. I think that's what it is. Jamie, could you look it up to see? I think it's abominable. Oh, shit, I can't remember.
Abominable.
I always remember that damn movie, and I forgot it today.
Yeah, so that's one of the even whenever he falls into the tub of goo, was it from 2006?
Yes, it's around from there.
Whenever he falls in the tub of goo and he comes out and he's sitting there all melting and gross and whatever, you know, the bad guys are like, he's faking it. Like,
he's faking it. He's faking it.
I swear he's faking it. Yeah,
Julie,
it's weird.
His girlfriend Julie, he's stressing me. He's stressing me.
Yeah, so those guys, Slug and Bozo.
Slug came out. Robert Pritchard, he came out in Class of Nukem High.
Yeah,
he was actually on the cover of Class of Nukem High.
Yeah, they reuse a decent amount of their
He's
actors.
actually a decent actor.
You know.
Him.
Those guys were so evil. Like, they were like racist drug addict jocks that like to run over little kids. Oh, that's the other thing. That's the first real scene in that movie where
that shit scarred me.
Dude, you're stressing me, Julie.
Lyric.
You're stressing me, Lyric. Abominable, directed by Ryan Schifrin.
Abominable, yes. Stu Dreisman drew the artist.
The artist.
Stu, the famous one. He did the artwork. It's.
Oh, I thought you meant the other Stu Dreisman, the not famous one.
Shut up.
Sorry, it's the
Jamie.
It's the
can
rock
you look
tequila.
up? A man crippled in a climbing accident returns to his cabin in the woods as part of his rehabilitation, but he wasn't prepared for the imminent onslaught.
That's abominable.
It's great. It's a great movie. It really is. The makeup is not too bad. There's a couple of scenes in there where you're like, holy shit, that was pretty gruesome.
Well, so in Toxic Avenger, when they first get in the car, when you first they're setting the what's up with these two couples, to show you how evil they are. They're talking about a point system for running over people, and they're like,
oh, it's bad.
It's so bad. I don't know. I think just that scene would give any movie nowadays an R rating. Like, just the language they're using.
No, just that scene would get the fucking movie canceled. Like, I was like, damn.
They're using every, like, racial epithet. Like, oh, this is how much you get for these. This is how much you get for these. And, like, they end up... It's so sad, because they end up seeing this little boy on a bicycle, and they ride up next to him, and they're like, hey, little boy! And he's all like... He waves back at them all innocently, and then they go and they, like... do a slide in their freaking Z28 Camaro, and they just take off, and they're just going straight towards him, and they just like cream him, and they're just sitting there so excited about it, and he's laying on the road, and then
he's
one
still
of them,
alive.
Yeah, one of them looks
you
back,
don't get
and
the
he's like trying to get out of the road, and they're like, he's still alive, and he's like, no, and it just shows it. It shows him like floor it. You know, it's another thing in a lot of the movies. In both of these movies, they often have car chases or wrecks, and it always shows the feet pressing on the gas with beer cans around them. That's in both of those movies, and I think it's in some of the other ones too. But
yeah, and Poultrygeist too.
Yeah, and so they go back, and he runs over the kid's head. And it is.
You want to know something crazy about that, though?
Gruesome.
It's just a watermelon filled with Jello and food dye.
Dude, well, whenever they go back, the girls jump out and start taking pictures of it with Polaroids. That shit looks fucking gross. It looks gross.
I hate to ruin it, but it still did the job.
Yeah, it's like.
Jamie said. Yeah, who did the poster and for that movie, and who did the
music?
The music.
Yeah, that was sad whenever they ran over the little kid because he was so happy that somebody was like waving at him, and then they killed him.
What the hell is that kid doing out at midnight, riding his goddamn bike?
Was it midnight?
I don't know. It looked dark enough to be midnight.
I think it was afternoon because his sister was like, "Be safe." That's
even that acting right there was terrible.
Well, you know, here's one of the things that
but it was great.
Here's one of the things that's just classic Troma movies is they don't record a lot of the dialogue and sound while the movie's happening. It's all overdubs afterwards. They're adding in all this terrible, terrible sound and like terrible voices and talking and sound effects, but that's kind of what makes it. I feel like, I mean, it's definitely, yeah, you were right, Schifrin. Wow, good job.
Good job.
That was you.
And
good job
who did the?
That's the name you said, right? I'm not imagining that. I think.
Who did the poster? The poster's pretty rad, man. That's what made me actually buy the movie. Yeah, see? Drew Struzman. Man, I've always wanted one of his prints.
See, you knew those people. You knew their names.
I've always wanted one of his. If anybody wants to buy me one.
Like an original?
They sell his prints. You can buy them online at his museum. He has a museum in New York. You know that, right?
No. It's crazy.
And they release pencil drawings, original, and you can buy them.
They're probably real expensive.
Yeah, like $3,000 or $4,000. You met him? Lyric met him?
Okay. Oh, Lyric did meet him. She met him at a premiere in Georgia at the little film theater.
Who? Oh, Drew Edmondo Con.
Dang it, I was trying to make something up. I know she met somebody at something in Georgia. Mondo Con, that's cool.
Yeah, Lyric's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Well, she is. She's our only true fan.
I know. Lyric's always here. Every Wednesday.
8, 7
He was so sweet. He's also very dead now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he died.
COVID?
I don't know.
We'll see. So,
What is that?
So, after
what?
After he falls into the vat of grossness and comes out, he takes off running, he bursts into flames, and then goes home.
Is he still alive, Lyric? I thought he was dead.
It could be a Mandela effect.
Oh! I'm thinking of the guy that does all the horror ones. The famous monster guy.
I don't know. I'm real bad with names.
Gogo?
Gogo Yubari? I don't know.
I'm sorry, my brain is fried.
That's okay. I never look up any of this stuff.
All the COVID.
I like movies, but I don't really care about the people who make them.
You know who's good at that? Lyric's good at that shit.
Now what?
Remembering
people's names?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not.
So so he takes off and he fucking jumps in a tub and he just starts fucking tripping balls. Great makeup. All this fucking bladder makeup. So his skin's all bubbling in his face and dude, there's one
the
scene.
Makeup that's like probably one of the best things with their and I'm it's not like it's the best makeup ever, but it's for the budgets they're working with, because I looked up some of the budgets on this stuff and it's like $150,000, $110,000. Like they're getting entire movies with awesome budgets going. They probably have a lot of film students working for free, but in New York, but still, they're getting a lot of stuff done on a really small budget.
Yeah, that one scene when he's in the mirror looking at himself and he really looks like he's hurting. And his head expands and he's like holding his breath. That shit looks... It looked like he was really hurting.
He does a good hair rip out.
And also, after they got done, because he was sitting in the tub for so long, the makeup stuff stuck to him, and it wouldn't come off. So they had to take him down to the YMCA.
Wait, this is in real life? This is a trivia thing?
They had to take him down to the YMCA and soak him in the shower for hours till it started peeling off.
Like the latex stuck to him?
Yeah, because he was soaking in the tub for that scene. So he really was hurting.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Jamie said it's probably because his legs were all burnt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's messed up. You want some more? What do you want? Pineapple and tequila?
I know I'm drinking, but don't worry, I'm driving.
That's the Rocks tequila. It's got a real cork in it.
So after he changes into the Toxic Avenger, actually, through the whole movie, they just call him the Monster Hero. Because as they were filming this fucking movie, they didn't have a name for the movie. So they didn't know what they were going to call him.
Yeah, I mean, now everybody calls him Toxie, but that's like just a fan name. Like, he doesn't really... He's just called the Monster Hero or Melvin in the movies, right? Like, they don't ever actually call him Toxie. That's just like what fans call him.
So when you see people's shirts, we love the Monster Hero. It's because they didn't know what his name was until after they finished the last scene of the movie. The guy's narrating says, "So if you need help, call Toxic Avenger." And that's when they were like, "Oh yeah, let's
call him the Toxic
call
Avenger."
him Toxic Avenger.
Were they going to name the movie? Did it have a working title that wasn't?
No, I guess they were just gonna. I mean, that's a great fucking name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like after he changes into this fucking monster, he's just running around through the city on hilltops, staring into the sunlight.
Yeah, it's also cool how they don't show his face for like a really long time.
Yeah, so you don't know. No, you know the best fucking part is when he's fucking killing her. He stops his fucking burglary, right? At the fast food joint.
Yeah.
And he beats the shit out of everybody. And like fucks them up. Like at the beginning of a scene, one of the villains comes in, and if you notice right away, his hand's down by his side. The guy's hand's down by his side. You can actually pause it or just stare at it. He's already wearing he has a fake arm in real life.
Yeah. He doesn't have an arm.
He doesn't have an arm, but they just put a fake one on him and have it down at the side, and he has his a shotgun or what?
No, he's got a knife.
Oh yeah, he has a knife, a switchblade. He does all that shit.
Frank.
And so when Toxie rips the fucking arm out of him, and you can see the bone and shit, it looks so real.
Yeah.
Because he really doesn't have an arm. But you're like, hey, wait a minute, he had an arm at the beginning. No, he did not.
Do you think it's weird that the black guy, you remember he's going around introducing them? Like, do you think it's weird that the white guy in the clown makeup's name is Leroy?
I thought
and the black guy's name was Frank?
I thought it was
I'm just saying. Just seems...
I thought it was kind of weird. Leroy, as I told you before, he quit right after that scene because they had him point that shotgun at the baby. He was like, "I'm gonna kill your baby." Like he had the shotgun right at the kid.
Like right in his face.
Yeah, he quit. He actually quit the movie.
That guy's been in a lot of stuff too. He's been in a
bigger movies.
Lot of stuff. Yeah, he's in he's in a lot of stuff. Probably the biggest one I can think of, like off the top of my head, is he was one of the other cops in Minority Report.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I saw him, I was like, oh, I know. I was telling Emily, I was like, I know who that guy's been in a bunch of stuff like after this, and yeah, he was in Minority Report. I mean, he's been in a lot. He's been in a lot of television shows. Like a
Man,
lot.
Minority Report. God damn, I love that movie.
Jamie asked why did he quit? Because they made him point a shotgun at a baby,
Like,
and the baby like started crying and
He
stuff.
literally was like, I can't do this, I quit. For real.
I mean, there's some pretty offensive movies. And I think that's one of the things, that's what's really weird is like Lloyd Kaufman went to Yale and was like part of the film society or something, and then he started making these kind of movies which are like
His story reminds me of, so G.G. Allen was a normal person, went to college and shit. Somebody gave him one hit of acid, and supposedly that was it.
Is that true?
Yeah. One hit of acid totally changed his brain chemicals, chemistry, and he fucked him up.
He started eating poo and
Yeah, for real.
having sex with little girls.
Well, Lloyd Kaufman, he wanted to go into Broadway. He wanted to do nothing but Broadway shows. Well, somebody introduced him to a Roger Corman movie.
Is that true?
Yes. And he was like, holy shit, this is what I want to do. So that's what he did.
That's kind of nuts. I mean, I really respect him for the work he's done in like promoting small independent filmmakers. You know, there's like, he has his own YouTube channel. There's a Troma YouTube channel that just uploads people's films. Like, you can go to their YouTube channels. There's hundreds of films on there, and there's a couple Troma films on there. Troma also has, for ones that they've actually developed and done, they also have their own streaming service. So it's Troma Now. It's like $5 a month, and it's just like a streaming service. It's their own streaming, and they were like one of the first people to start, like, they really jumped on to like putting stuff out on DVD, which you can kind of tell whenever you watch the DVDs, because they're just like extras like all over the place, and them just talking and weird stuff that's like a little over the top, but like he really went for it. And like for their website and stuff, it's kind of the same thing. Like they just have, it's like weird, and I mean, they just really push themselves. And apparently they're like, don't really make any money anymore, you know, but still, it's like he really tries to push things, and it's cool how he like helps independent filmmakers, and that's what's really cool about it. What's really not cool about it is a lot of the stuff's just so like, the guy, you know, he's obviously smart. He went to Yale, and he makes the most like lowbrow, like offensive comedy ever. You know, he's like, it's really weird. I think Emily was saying it's like the National Lampoon of horror.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, it's good, but it's like also like there's some crazy stuff. I'm just like, man, like over the top. Like one of the first, you know, they put out Matt Stone and Trey Parker's Cannibal the Musical.
I've never seen that.
Oh my god. I think we own it. I'm not sure, but I think we own it, but maybe not. I'm not sure. But either way, it's really good. You should definitely watch that if you haven't seen it.
So back to what I was saying, where he goes into the restaurant and starts beating the shit out of everybody, and oh man, just getting one of the guy's hands and crimping it in a fryer basket and throwing it in the fryer. And then, oh, they got the most. There's a scene where the guys get this blind girl and they shoot her dog.
Yeah.
They still get the most hate mail from that.
Really?
Yes.
Out of everything they do,
that is the most hate mail they get.
Shooting.
That shit looks real.
Dude.
And then when they show the dog still breathing and all his guts are hanging out, it's just spaghetti dyed. But people did not like that shit. Because it looks like the poor dog is suffering. He's laying there with all his fucking guts hanging out.
So you can say the word retard 400 times in their films.
Yeah, and the hard R.
N-word, like, all over the place. But you shoot a dog. Dude, I thought it was funny because you could tell they, like, took the dog and, like, slid him across, like, a really slick floor. He's like, like when you're playing with a dog and it tries to run, it slides. That's what it looked like, but it had a big bullet hole in the side of it. And then the dog's name was Carrie.
That's kind of weird. When he runs, Toxic Avenger's all growling and beating everybody up, and he runs to the girl, and his voice, dude, is the best part of that movie.
So when you first see Melvin, he's like,
okay,
oh my God. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he goes up to the girl and he's like, are you okay, ma'am?
Hey. Easy. Are you okay, ma'am? Oh man, that shit
but
gets
it's
me
all
every
dubbed
time.
after the movie's
it's dubbed.
done.
You can tell, but it's just so funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, so the Toxic Avenger was the guy that played Toxic Avenger. Did he actually do the voice, or was it a different
I don't even know
actor doing the voice? Because it's definitely 100% added after the movie was completely shot. Like that was not that was not recorded on set. But all
I know is Mitch Cohen, the Toxic Avenger guy, also came on Clerks. I don't know who he played.
He was like an extra guy. I think it said. I looked that up, and it said he was like someone. There's like guy leaning against a wall or something. Like probably one of the guys they make leave the front of the building, like whenever they're first opening up. That's all I can imagine.
So yeah, it's just him, Toxic Avenger, running around the city, wanting to get revenge on the people who wronged him.
But he also
becomes girlfriends with the blind girl.
Yeah.
Did I say deaf or blind?
Blind.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
she's so hot, and the way they put her in these little skirts and all her boobs hanging out, but they try not to make it so obvious that they're trying to sexualize her. She's very sexualized in this movie.
Yeah, I think also like Toxic Avenger is they don't really say it really, but they kind of do, that he has like a superpower where he can sense evil, because it's like they say something about like he has a uncontrollable urge to fight evil, like, and he knows, like he goes and there's one scene where there's this little old woman. She's like this tall, and like she's getting her laundry done, and he just walks in behind her. The owner like walks out to do something, and he walks in behind her and chases her, and he like ends up killing her by pressing her on the like pressing machine. And then they're like, oh, he's not a hero anymore, he killed an innocent woman. And then it turned out that she was a sex trafficker.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but basically like he ends up ridding the town of all the evil, like because he gets rid of the mayor and he kills all the bad people.
He actually becomes a good husband. Like they make their little house out in the dump, the toxic dump,
the toxic house,
made with their cardboard boxes.
Yeah,
they even have a stove and shit. Like how the fuck are they getting gas and stuff?
It's probably they're pulling it out of the toxic waste, like separating it out.
I hate continuity that's not done right. Irritates me. I question shit like that. How did they run the gas lines to a fucking cardboard hut?
That's probably the least of the continuity issues in this movie. but it is like there are, it's a B movie. But like there's
king of the fucking B
there's
movies.
some great like there's great like car chases and car wrecks, and they do a lot of really cool stuff. One thing that amazes me is this is 1980s, early 1980s,
84 I think,
and they filmed it in New York and surrounding boroughs, I guess.
84.
But there are scenes where they are just across the river or just outside of Manhattan.
Yeah, those are cool scenes.
Like there's still open land at this time.
Yeah, like there's a crazy hill, but you can see all the city. It's awesome.
There's no
and
way.
It's gone. That shit's gone now.
That's just gone. That's all buildings.
No, it's all condos now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That people can't afford.
Yeah. And used to, you could go race cars around and run over little kids.
I know, you can't do shit nowadays.
I know. Sucks.
Guess I've got nothing. Yeah, so it's just him running around killing all the bad guys. Clancy, the cop, he's the only good guy.
Yeah, there's one good cop in
out
like
of the whole city of New York.
Yeah. One of the
and that's crazy how realistic it is to like now, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So the one head cop that's like the chief, I guess, that's like right under the mayor, which this all takes place in Tromaville, which is kind of like Stephen King's where's that place where Stephen King, all his movies are nearby? Castle Rock.
I almost forgot. Shit.
Tromaville is like Castle Rock for Stephen King. And so
man, I want a Tromaville tattoo.
Like what, of like the city limits? Or what?
I want to get on my arms lasered and start over. You think we could do it with like a magnifying glass in the sun?
Yeah. There's those things, those parallax mirrors, those things are like 1,000 degrees.
Just my skin, that shit'll hit the bone, dude.
Yeah.
1,000 degrees?
Yeah. We could burn them off.
Nah.
It'll heal, like Melvin.
No.
Okay, we can
Not
probably.
Today.
Okay. So.
The scene where he goes into the gym to stop the drug dealing, and he gets the guy selling all the heroin and the coke, and he fucking pulls on the weights.
Oh,
and then slides his head under it.
Dude.
That shit's brutal, and he lets the weights fall, and the spike goes through the top of his head and crushes it.
That's like what they were gonna do in Moving Violation. And Armed and Dangerous. John Candy, Eugene Levy. They went in and
good movie.
They grab the guy and they pull him under there to ask him the question about.
Man, that's a horrible way to die.
Security. Yeah. Here's one thing that we looked up after watching this movie. You know that...
Was that a cup?
The Goonies?
In his tutu, or was that his real junk? Because I looked that up.
I did not look that up.
Oh, shit.
But The Goonies and Toxic Avenger. The Goonies came out 1 year after Toxic Avenger was finished.
So?
Baby Ruth.
So you're saying Steven ripped him off?
I think they ripped off... I think Sloth looks a lot like Toxic Avenger. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see it.
And at the end, he's wearing a superhero cape. In the Goonies, they both have an eye that's down here.
Man, but I think Toxic Avenger, the first one, that was the best makeup. The last.
Oh, also, yeah. When at the end, when they're actually like gonna shoot Toxic Avenger, when they think he's turned bad, all the kids get in front of him. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! They did the exact same thing in Goonies.
So you saying
Stephen King ripped off Lloyd Kaufman?
King or Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg ripped off Lloyd Kaufman.
I don't want to.
I mean, probably Stephen King did too, if we look deep enough.
I'm gonna text him later. See what he has to say about that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's some
bullshit.
Yeah.
Is there anything in Schindler's List he might have taken from there? Too soon?
I'm trying to think. Well, oh yeah, there is. The main captain guy keeps doing Nazi salutes, and they do that in Schindler's List. So
that was pretty intense.
I know. It's like they. One of the things that I read was early on, they wanted to create a film studio that was just always put out offensive material. And they definitely, I don't even know, some of that stuff, it would be really hard to get past the MPAA right now.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want? Rock tequila? You want the last of the rock tequila?
I have another bottle at the house. Damn it.
Dwayne, send us another bottle.
As Mister? What is that?
ASMR. Oh.
As Mister? What is that?
I don't know what ASMR stands for. That's when that's when the really super sexy chicks are like, oh yeah.
Oh no, Doug, we're not doing this again.
We just did it. We did it with your drink.
Yeah, but not with your mouth. I can't take it anymore.
Because when you watch back, you're like, oh.
See, lyrics said good as
See?
Mister.
Yeah. Ass Mister. Does anyone know what Ass Mister stands for? That's gotta be a autonomous sensory meridian response. There's no way that people actually get that by listening to those girls lick those microphones. They just want to see a girl in a bikini lick a microphone.
Those are some weirdos. That does not do anything for me.
If it's for me, I just need one of those like head thingies, you know, that goes. I think it's supposed to do that same type thing.
Coined in 2010, Ask Mister. I can't even finish that.
That's a lot of Ass Mister. Brain massage. It's triggered by placid sites. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Here's the thing. If it actually was about that, there would be people wearing more than just a bikini while they were doing it.
Jamie said we're almost to our follower goal.
Oh shit. I like how it didn't start till 2010. Yeah, because it's fake. Oh wait, Jamie, look up what year Twitch started. Look up what year you could start getting donations for whispering into a microphone. I bet Twitch started in 2010.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Try JoJo's Ass Mister.
What is that? What the fuck is JoJo's trend?
Doug, you're gonna have to keep this going. I gotta use the restroom.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna move this out the way for you.
I can't. No, I'm good.
Okay. What is JoJo's Ass Mister?
I like how you doing that. Ass Mister.
Is JoJo a person? Or is that something you want me to try right now on TV? Twitch was founded in 2011, so yeah. Maybe, do you think Twitch may have been started in order to capitalize on Ass Mister? Because I think that would be great. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Okay. Do we have the Carlos thing? Oh, yeah, I don't really, oh shit. Carlos just popped up on screen. I don't really get, I don't really understand it. Lyric, Is that like somebody? Is that a man? Oh yeah, you said he's a YouTuber. Does he like just do like whispering and stuff, or is he wearing like bondage gear and doing whispering, or is it like legit? He's like trying to give you brain massages. I feel like I could start an ASMR channel just about drinking. It would just be a drinking ASMR channel. So Carlos, do you think that I don't know. Can't pretend to talk to a cartoon. I don't know what to talk about when Carlos isn't here. Jamie, do you have a subject? The screen keeps glitching. I don't know if it's doing that in real time. Lyric, do you see the screen glitching? It's glitching pretty good every once in a while. I am seeing it too sometimes. Oh man, it's kind of cool. Like it's kind of like an effect, but it's not. They're having a movie night next door. They started showing it's all part of showbiz, baby. The glitching? It's actually a plugin that I have. I downloaded it. I've got a pack for sale that you can buy. It glitches everything. It's just like a cool glitch. You can actually set the rate of glitch, but I have it set really low just to make it look like it's a real glitch, but it's something I programmed. It's going through my Stream Deck. I just hit a button every once in a while under the table. There's like a loud... Your neighbors are playing movies really loud.
Oh, yeah. Hi. That's what happens. That's what happens when you give me a... I'm sorry, it's from all the chemo.
So, do you think... What do you think your favorite movie reviewer is?
Come on, man. Chris Stuckman.
Oh, I thought maybe it'd be Joe Bob Briggs.
No. He just says how many tits are on the screen and shit. I don't give a shit about that. I want to know a good movie. I don't care about the titty count.
But what do you like that how does he do his movies that you like? Like
What?
He tells you about the movies and you like them? I don't watch him too much.
Oh, I watch every single one he puts out. I watch it when it comes out. Every single one. He's the first. What is it? Crowdfunding? What did he do? Crowdfunding?
Yeah, he crowdsourced his movie.
He's the first person in the history of that to get over $1 million to
For
produce, to make his horror movie, Shelby Oaks. Which means he got an amazing makeup artist and he got Keith David to be in his movie.
That's cool. Do you know what makeup artist he got?
No, he said, I forgot. I never heard of him, but they showed his stuff and it looked pretty good.
Have you seen my stuff?
Yeah, your stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, for budget. I got a pretty good budget horror FX pack.
Yeah.
You have some of those bladder things. You have the pumps, right? For like breaking into people's cars from when you were a kid. So we could like probably hook those up to a balloon and just like do some cool bladder effects.
Change us into the Toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic Avengers.
So Toxic Avenger pretty much ends. He's cleaned up the whole town.
Yeah, he cleans up the whole town. I like how he finally gets to the mayor, the main boss. It's like a video game.
Yeah.
He gets to the main boss, and the boss starts shooting at him. You find out, what the fuck? Toxic Avenger's bulletproof too.
Is that what it is? Or is the guy just a terrible shot? Because that's what I was trying to like figure out. It's like, is he actually shooting him, but like it just doesn't hurt him?
No, he's shooting him. And he fucking gets him and punches him in his gut and pulls out his guts.
Yeah, what's really weird is nobody even knows that the mayor's bad, yet Toxic Avenger murders him right in front of the entire town and the military, and everybody's just like, yeah! But, like, nobody even knows that the mayor's bad.
Yeah, I mean...
They're just so excited that the dude got his guts ripped out.
His guts.
His guts.
And then that's when he starts running around in the street again.
Just, yeah.
The scene where he runs in the middle of the road or runs in the field and he's wearing a blue cap and a coat. What the fuck was that?
You know, and what's weird is like on the deleted scenes, there's one scene where they're first describing him and they're in the police station and he's like, they're drawing him and they're like, nobody looks like this, and then they're just like, and I think that's the first time you're supposed to actually see his face, because for the first few scenes he's in, you don't see his face at all. And then I think that scene's supposed to happen based on who was in there talking to him about the stuff. And then but they cut that out. So it's like, I feel like that was a weird thing to cut out, considering the way they intentionally didn't show his face for so long. To cut out like a little 30-second scene for time, or I don't know what for, but and then also in the deleted scenes, you know, whenever one of the, I don't know if it was Julie or Sarah, I can't remember which one, but he goes in and he walks up to her and he has the scissors, and then it just cuts, you don't see anything. Well, in one of the deleted scenes, she's actually...
He just cuts off her hair.
Yeah, he cuts all her hair off.
That's it. She lives.
Yeah, so
he only burns Wanda.
Yeah, he burns her butt.
Yeah, that's... Wanda's the one Slug married in real life.
Okay. Yeah, so in the deleted scenes, they're both in the jail. They start fighting because, like, they both get brought in at the same time, but like one of them's butt is burnt and one of them's like hair is cut off. So he didn't kill them, which is weird because he kills everybody else. But yeah, but so it makes you kind of think that he kills them, but because in the extras you see that they're not dead, but apparently I think in there was a European release where they didn't cut those scenes out for some reason, but they did in the US one.
European.
Yeah. I'm a peon now.
European.
So yeah, what do you think overall, Toxic Avenger?
Oh, I love it. It's great. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's great.
How many of them? There's 3 of them, right? Are there 3? There's probably more than that. I think I've only seen 3. 7? Is that really 7?
Toxic Avenger Part 2, Toxic Avenger Part 3, and the Toxic Crusaders.
Okay, yeah, there's 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw all 4 of those, but now I want to see them all again. Now that we watched it recently, it's really good. I have the uncut version, and it says on the front of the fucking DVD, includes uncut head crushing scene. Does it really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
On the front of the DVD, it says includes
from the little kid.
Complete head crushing scene.
Yeah, it's
on the front.
It's fucking gory, dude. That's like gore. It's a gory thing.
Yeah. So, Jamie, I was gonna ask you, when we reach our goal, what happens after that? Do we have another goal we have to hit?
We just set another goal. We set that
How
goal.
about if we hit whoever becomes our 23rd, whoever starts following us, I'll do a 4x5 custom drawing for them of the movie we talked about.
Dang, that's crazy.
And every time we set a goal, whoever hits that goal for us gets a custom.
But then the problem is that people might hold off to try not to follow you until they're that follower. Because people are sneaky like that.
Mm,
But I mean, whoever follows us next, we can be like...
yeah, whoever follows us next automatically gets a custom drawing. And then after that, we'll figure out how I can do a custom drawing on a movie we're talked about.
You are a pretty good drawer.
Yeah, sometimes. Whenever I want to.
You're like that kid Simon.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Simon.
Dude, that just brought back a shitload of...
There's like so much sticky pineapple juice over here. It's really...
That's crazy. That shit brought back a lot of memories.
What, me singing Simon?
Yes.
I thought I had a rag over here, but I guess not. Yeah, I love Simon when it reminds me of my grandma's house. It's good stuff.
What was that? This stream could be haunted. What did I miss?
The thing was glitching. The stream was like glitching. Hey, there you go. Shin. Oh, I can't tell what the name was too small. But we have a new follower. Now you got to draw him a picture.
What is it? I can't read it.
It doesn't say anything.
What do you mean it doesn't say anything?
I'm just saying.
Who followed us?
Well, it is Shiny You Lee You. Yes.
What?
At the very top. Shin.
Shin. Lyric is that?
Shiny You Liu. You gotta draw a picture now.
Yes.
You gotta draw
Shin.
a Toxic Avenger.
I'm gonna draw. If you want something from Poultrygeist. Oh, her roommate. Lyric's roommate.
There you go.
Do you want a custom Toxic Avenger drawing or a custom Poultrygeist drawing? Yes, please.
Toxic Avenger.
Yes. I'll get right on that. Right now. Yes, I'll be back.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing.
See, look, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Thank you
totally-
very much for following us. And we're so sorry what you're about to see.
Yeah. So, what was the other movie we watched?
Oh, man. So, there's this movie that was also made by Lloyd Kaufman called Poultrygeist. Made in what would you say, 2006?
Yeah, it was made in 2006. It's one of the later films, and what's really crazy,
Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead.
what's really crazy to me about it is this is how many years is that after Toxic Avenger? 2006 and 1984.
I'm not too very good with math.
So 30 years later. Is that right? Yeah. So it's okay. I want to say Toxic Avenger is a really good one. Class of Nukem High. And then it's kind of like, you're going to hate this, but I didn't really like Poultrygeist.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care what you hate or what you don't like.
I didn't say I hated it. Hate is a terrible word to use. Like, if you start using the word hate, you start internalizing hate, and then
you know what's weird?
have a bad outlook on the world.
You can tell 22 years.
22 years.
I could tell you didn't like it when I was talking to you about it. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, it is fucking disgusting. It is the disgusting movie. Disgusting. There's some parts where I was like, whew. I don't get sick watching movies, but I've been sick lately, so a couple of scenes I was like, like I had to look away. It's bad. It's really, really bad. But I really enjoyed it.
So
it's really enjoyable to watch this shit that's not real but it's so fucking disgusting that it's funny. And I liked it.
I think that like there's a lot of really good parts. I mean, the makeup in it is great. The makeup is so good. Like once they like the zombies start coming around, the Native American chicken men, like they
I didn't realize what you said, but that was Native American chicken men.
The makeup is really, really good.
Yeah,
and that is the thing is like it goes from it's really that one scene, and then there's just like a lot of really just kind of why is there so much like sophomoric humor, like to the point of just like it just turns into like fart jokes over and over and over.
That stuff I don't mind. The stuff that does bother me, I think they overdo it with the sex stuff.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like
it's too much. Like
they want to hump everything.
You need to tone it down, and it wouldn't be like it's embarrassing. Where I'm like, oh, man, like that's too much.
Like, why is this guy having sex with a chicken? And then why is this guy all
bad.
of a sudden?
I mean, it's cool, like, but to actually show the chicken on his fucking junk.
Yeah.
And it's all talking and shit. I mean, it's pretty funny, but like I think they way overdid it on the lesbian scenes. Like, way overdid it.
Well, it's just like they keep using the same thing over and over and over.
If they would tone that back, the movie would be like...
That's the whole thing. It's like, okay, I get it, like when the guy, like, Jared, whenever he goes to the bathroom and he's like, you know, about to crap his brains out and everything, but like, they could have, instead of turning that into a 30-second scene that could have made all the same impact, it's like 5 minutes of him this dude shitting.
And when they show his asshole on the toilet and all the blood shooting out of it, I was laughing. Yeah, it's bad.
But it's like you're laughing and then like all of a sudden you're just like, this isn't even funny anymore. It's like disturbing. It's like actually disturbing.
Tone it back, Lloyd. Tone it back.
But you know, it's like that's what's really weird is you think like, wow, this guy's went to Yale. And he's still like his whole...
It's pretty much about this... The movie's about a racist colonel.
All his movies about somebody racist.
A racist colonel, like Colonel Sanders, opening up a chicken shack on a fucking ancient Indian burial ground. And members of CLAM... I don't remember what CLAM stood for. Do you remember?
College Lesbian Alliance. I don't know. But it was like college
all
lesbians.
These girls wearing little tank tops with no bras and little bitty shorts protesting. And they're all making out.
During the protest.
And it's just, I don't know. Some of it's just too much. Just the beginning scene when he's the main...
Arby,
the main guy. What would he be called? The antagonist? Is that what it is?
Protagonist.
I always get those
Anti-antagonist. Anti-good.
He's a I do not need to see that. No. The protagonist is trying to have sex with this girl on the ancient burial ground, and all these Indian heads come up.
Yeah, out of the ground,
and one of them shoots up in his butthole and breaks a finger off. And he's all like pulling it out of his ass saying, oh, you fucking using a butt plug on me. And I was like, Jesus, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's rough. It was rough.
That's in the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Did you notice everybody, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but every person in the movie's name is like a fast food joint? Like there's like Arby, Wendy, Mickey,
Denny,
yeah.
Carl Jr.
Yeah.
Carl Jr.'s that fucking redneck, disgusting, that gets his
super racist redneck.
Gets his dick ripped off and then they banged the hole with a mop. God, just me saying that.
And just like the stuff that like.
But you know what? That's what the dude wanted to make, and he had the money to do it.
I know. So here's what's
so
weird.
More power to him.
Here's what's weird to me about this, and this is what's kind of strange to me is Lloyd Kaufman, who I think is a crazy narcissist, is like a. I mean, he just does whatever he wants, movie-wise. But it's weird that he went from Toxic Avenger that is still over the top. Like, it's got some crazy stuff. And 22 years later, he's made it even more, like, he's dumbed it down even more. Like, he could have made that movie, I think, better by not making it as... like a 5-minute diarrhea scene. I mean, he could have had the impact of that without it, like, just being so over the top that, like, I was kind of like, oh my God, this is still going on? Like, it's not even funny anymore. Like, it lost it. It's also weird how it's a musical.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. It is a musical.
Like, it's just weird. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. They could have done without. One of the songs is about getting your salad eaten.
Yeah.
Tossed, eaten.
For like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like a weird movie.
Don't get me wrong though, but if this were to ever go on Broadway, I would fucking want to see it.
But so this is the weird thing about it is this is considered one of their best movies. Like, this is the movie that, like, Lloyd Kaufman's like, this is a movie I always wanted to make, and it's like he's super proud of this one, and to me it's like,
I'm telling you,
not one of the best ones.
I mean, it's good. It's just over too much on some things.
Yeah.
But
like,
I can see how Roger Corman fucking...
Oh, yeah. But, like...
pushed him to this. Instead of Broadway. He put some of his Broadway in it.
I wonder how many drugs he did between 1984 and 2006.
Oh, shit. Have you ever seen Terra Firmer, his other one?
That one's good. I see.
Where there's an actual killer on his movie set.
I think that one is one of the better, like, actual Troma made movies. One of the better ones they wrote. And that's that one, I don't know. I think that's like a really good one. That's also that one's based off of one of his like movie making books. Like he tried to like kind of blend a movie off of, because he has a couple books on filmmaking and the one about everything I learned, and then I don't know, make your own damn movie or something.
Jamie said maybe it is his favorite because of the songs. Probably.
It might be. Maybe he was excited that he
goes, this movie has songs. Everything. It's a musical. It has
boobs, blood, musical numbers,
assholes.
Well, that's another thing is, like, there was something where we watched with him on it, and he was like talking about, I think it was like something from like 40 years in, and he was like, said something about I've been making movies about cornholing for 40 years. I'm just like, dude, this guy just loves talking about sticking things in butts and boobs.
Yeah, I mean, the makeup artist.
That's what always blows me away.
Did he go to this guy and say, look, I need a asshole?
Can you see what the budget is on this thing? How do you see that? There's got to be something on there.
I'm going to need a realistic looking fucking butthole to shoot blood out. Can you do $500,000?
Yeah, that's...
Opening weekend, $10,000.
Yeah, not a big... Worldwide gross?
$22,000.
Yeah. Not in the real... not in the profit area there.
Yeah, but did you see the beginning of the DVD? Did you see when he's walking around and they have the premiere?
Yeah. That's also weird. He just talks to you for like an hour before the movie starts.
No, but did you see him ripping Japan?
No.
Yeah, so he actually has one of the pirated DVDs that they bought. So he rips China an ass, fucking new.
Oh,
ass.
like they actually stole his movie and like.
And they put on the back, the actors were Alfred Molina and Stanley Tucci.
Dude, that's awesome.
But he lost all that money because it was pirated.
That's sad.
So they lost all the China budget, all the gross. So he fucking talks so much shit about China where you're like, oh, he's
that's
pissed.
That's one of the things that he talks about a lot in real life is like the.
I looked it up on Amazon. That fucking DVD is $170 to buy.
For Poultrygeist? The one you have?
The regional. What is it called?
That's crazy.
Where it won't play.
Code.
It won't play on any North American DVDs. But I want it because it's a collector's item.
I thought yours was no region will play on any of them. I think we're region 3 here. But I think whenever it's encoded as no region, it'll play on PAL or NCST.
I don't know any of that.
Oh, see, Emily just said, is it PAL?
I don't know what that is.
No, I think if it's a no region, I think it'll play on PAL or...
Parents Guide, sex and nudity?
Severe. Violence and gore? Severe. Profanity? Severe.
Alcohol?
Mild. They did have the
frightening and intense scenes? Moderate?
I think it's pretty gory and scary.
Yeah, for kids?
Yeah, for kids for sure.
You know what's funny? Lyric, how old were you when you saw that?
Oh my god. No wonder she's traumatized.
That's why she's in fucking film school, man. We were talking about it last night. Traumatized.
Dang, we should have a festival called Traumatized.
We need to make shirts. 4.
You let your daughter watch that when she was 4 years old.
It's about, she liked chicken nuggets. She was huge into chicken nuggets. So I'm like, of course you can watch Poultrygeist.
What was the little hamburger? The Mexican hamburger?
That was a Jose, or what was his name?
Yeah, why did he turn into a hamburger? I mean, why was he a hamburger?
Because he fucking got chewed up in the goddamn grinder.
And then they turned him into a hamburger, but his spirit was in there. I like how they had the hamburger talking, but it had teeth. Like they actually gave it teeth.
The gay...
So messed up.
What was his name? Jose.
Paco Bell.
Jose Paco Bell. She was like 9.
Okay.
That's still not any better.
No.
And then right afterwards, I was like, I had a tattoo and I was like, Lyric, I just bought this movie. Watch it while I'm next door tattooing. And when we get done, we can go eat. It was Return to Class in Newcomb High. That's and cool. It's pretty... Do
you still have that?
It's a limited edition green case. Jamie, have you seen Class of Newcomb High? It's just like any other high school, except it's next door to a nuclear power plant.
You know what? Probably my favorite movie that they've put out, and I didn't even realize they put it out or produced it or whatever until we started watching these movies, and I, tried to look into them a little bit, was Mother's Day. 1980s movie, 1980.
You can tell.
But I didn't know.
That thing's fucked up.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of rape and murder of teenage girls while camping.
I seen it.
But that's...
Lyric says she seen it.
You seen it? Yeah. I didn't realize...
There's a lot of things I've seen too soon. Yes.
I didn't know... I didn't know that they put that out until... I didn't know that was something they produced until... They didn't write it. Like Lloyd Kaufman didn't write it, but they it was one of their movies they put out. And now they have like a crazy huge catalog too. They bought like an old. They bought like a one that has a bunch of old classic movies and stuff, and so like they're the distributors for it. So
I've done that too, Larry. There's some things I shouldn't have seen,
but you seen it.
but I seen it, and it scared the living shit out of me. Fucking what the fuck? I just had it in my head. I forgot it. Sleepaway Camp. Son of a bitch. It was on HBO, and I stayed up on a school night, and I hid under my blanket on the floor of my room. I put it on, and I watched it. And that fucking ending. Jamie, have you seen Sleepaway Camp? That ending scared the goddamn bejesus out of me.
Because there was a big Wayne?
Because I was young. Lyric. I was young. I didn't know what a penis looked like.
Especially on a woman.
Especially on a woman. And I was shook.
What was the other?
I was young. I was like, man, this girl's hot. So after that happened, I didn't know my identity. I didn't know what I liked. So I was scared.
It's okay.
I was scared for my life.
What's the other old 80s trans movie? Terror Train.
Terror Train. That movie fucked me up too. I was like, God damn it, that fucking magician's helper's hot. Nope.
At the end?
Sorry, this is a teaser. We give away, not teaser,
Spoiler?
Spoilers, yeah. We give away spoilers here. Terror Train, man, that shit fucked me up too. Jamie Lee Curtis, though.
Yeah, that was her first movie after Halloween, right?
Yeah, Scream Queen. She's an OG Scream Queen.
Yeah, that nobody really knows about that movie though.
Man,
It's
like
like
a shame.
it wasn't that
Opposite of teaser.
It's like it wasn't that big of a
Sorry if my brain isn't very good.
movie.
Lyric. But that's cool. You can make fun of me. It's cool.
So
What other one scarred me? Oh yeah, the biggest one ever.
Which one?
My
Tootsie?
mom and dad.
Oh God! You walked in on them.
My mom and dad.
Home movie.
Yeah, Lyric almost died 4 years ago, and last week. My mom and dad took me to the drive-in when it came out to go see The Exorcist.
Well, you're like a little kid.
Scared
What was that? 78?
the shit out of me.
Was that 78?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me. I don't remember anything about my childhood. I remember a couple things, but I remember waking up screaming in my bed because I could just see Reagan's head turning around. When it turns all the way around, and I would wake up screaming.
That's awesome.
And it scarred me. Like, that movie still scares me because of that.
It's weird that you like horror movies
It's the whole maggot thing again, remember?
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
The whole maggot
My
story.
Pro Lightning remembers too.
Oh, Lyric, here we go.
The movie I remember seeing at the drive-in is Mr. Mom.
Fuck.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
That's my only memory of going to the drive-in, except for one time we went to the drive-in and ours was positioned so there were 3 different screens like this. So all these cars pulled into this place, these cars pulled in here, and these cars pulled in here. And you could see all the screens from wherever you were. And we were in there, and Porky's was playing on one of the other screens.
Hey, Lyric, Porky's. We were talking about, she saw it the other night.
Oh, right.
For the first time.
So, like, Porky's was playing on the other screen, and I just remember I was all like, looking over at that screen. And
The shower scene?
how weird is it that you used to sit in a car? We would be in the back seat looking past our parents' heads to watch a movie. And there was a little speaker that you pulled into your car that sounded like shit.
Lyric said the first movies that scared her, Fair Haired Child, yes, she had a fucking fit. Masters of Horror, did you ever you remember that one? And the one about the Tooth Fairy and the kid getting hit while riding the bike. Tooth Fairy.
I don't remember that one.
Darkness Falls, that was a good one.
Is that what
That's underrated. I mean, that's the only Tooth Fairy movie I remember. Unless it's the one with The Rock.
I was just about to ask, didn't The Rock play the Tooth Fairy?
That's a horror movie because I'm watching that thing and I'm like... I can say I've seen a movie you're talking about. I've seen The Exorcist.
You haven't seen any, not many horror movies, I guess.
That's one of the bigger horror movies.
No, that's like an award-winning, that's like a mega movie. It's like the Jurassic Park of horror movies, right? Is that a good equation? Did I do it right?
You know that movie I told you to watch with Matthew McConaughey, Killer Joe?
Oh yeah,
he directed it.
He did?
Yeah. Frederick, what's his name?
Yeah, he directed
Killer Joe. He also directed Bug, and people hate that fucking.
Wait, which one's Bug?
Where it's Ashley Judd.
Oh, that movie's great.
Yeah, people hate it.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I also scared of taking showers for a long time because of a Nightmare on Elm Street.
The
gay. Sorry, Lyric.
The Bug was just it was just messed up. Is it a horror movie or is it psychological? I don't know what it is, but that is a messed up kind of movie. Jamie, you've seen that, right?
It's Pride Month. Oh, see, it doesn't. Then it's cool. Unacceptable.
It looks like I've got to do some more editing.
Oh God, here we go. You owe me money. How do I owe you money?
The Mummy's a good horror movie too, and that also has The Rock in it as the Scorpion King. Yeah,
Bug, you don't know what the hell's going on. Is it really bugs or is it the fucking meth?
Well, at first you're really okay, these dudes are on meth. And then you start thinking wait, are the bugs real? And then by the end you're like, oh no, they're all meth.
That movie actually made me start
scratching yourself. Yeah,
I was itchy the whole time. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm smoking meth. I love The Mummy.
Shin, when I guess The Rock got kind of big before.
I know, he's been working out a lot.
Oh my gosh. So The Rock, I guess he got big between The Mummy and then the next Mummy, and they just CGI'd him in.
Oh no.
Why did they do that? Was he too big to be in The Mummy?
I remember.
Or did all the money go to Brendan?
People actually.
You talking about Brendan Fraser's story?
No, hold on. People went to go see The Mummy just to see the scene with The Rock in. That's how big he was in wrestling. When people found out, oh my God, The Rock's gonna be in The Mummy, people flooded the theater. That's why it made a lot of money also, just for that scene.
So what about the second? Well, it was the second one where they CGI'd him, right? The second.
Either 2 or 3, I can't remember. It's bad.
The Lyric, you're saying the CGI is bad?
No, in the first Mummy, he plays the real. He's just himself. He only comes out for not even a minute. They show him running and yelling with his sword. And you're like, God damn, he's a terrible actor.
But then when they make him an actual scorpion.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
But that's the second one.
Because they make him raise his eyebrow.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Well, I follow this people.
Thanks, Larry.
I follow these people that redo CGI for movies. It's 2 guys and they each do one. Or
just that's their YouTube thing.
Yeah, so each one
we just sit around and drink and talk about movies.
Redid the CGI for the Scorpion King, And man, it looks so much better. And they were like, technology wasn't caught up yet. But they redid it, and I was like, man, that looks so much
they
better.
Can just do it on their home computers.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, the shit people put on YouTube nowadays.
Today, Carlos showed me, what is it, Prehistoric World? What's it called?
Prehistoric World on Apple TV.
Prehistoric World.
I had to get. I deleted my Apple. I canceled my Apple TV because I was like, you know what? I already finished
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, which is amazing. Oh my god. So I deleted it. I canceled it. But then fucking David Attenborough decided to come out with Prehistoric Planet. It's like Animal Planet or Planet Earth, but with dinosaurs.
It looks incredible.
It
looks like they're actually following dinosaurs around.
The damn CGI is better than any Jurassic Park.
If they don't get those people to do the next Jurassic Park,
like, it's so crazy.
It doesn't
You're
make sense.
watching it. Like, there's one called Waterworld or Lakes, just like in
Waterworld.
No, there's one
Kevin
called
Costner.
Lakes and Arctic Land and Jungles, just like in his other stuff. But instead of a goddamn lizard,
It's
David
Rex.
Attenborough going, weighing as much as 14 VW buses, the T-Rex. And then this fucking T-Rex comes out, and the goddamn CGI is amazing. Where you actually believe you're watching a real T-Rex.
Yeah, it looks great.
Lyric will have it so when you get here, you can finish watching Ted Lasso. You're going to be so pissed. Lyric, you're going to be so pissed. She hasn't finished seeing it.
About Ted Lasso? You're gonna love it. Jamie says to do the rest of the stream as David Attenborough. I was saying I think it'd be really funny to meet David Attenborough because he sounds so knowledgeable in those things, and he's like, you know, he knows everything about everything that he's talking about. If you met him in real life and he was just a complete idiot, but he just has a really good voice and can read well, like, doesn't that? I just think that'd be funny. That's just me. Does that mean you want another drink?
Yeah. Yeah, y'all need to watch it. It's great. I feel sorry for the little baby T-Rexes. Am I getting the Burger King tequila?
Yeah. Why is it Burger King?
Because you said
because it's flame broiled. It's mezcal, so like they basically smoke agave before making tequila.
Man, it's a good thing I'm driving.
Why don't you just crash on your mom's couch?
No. Because then she'll wake me up early to do chores. Did you hear I said chores?
Yeah.
Every time I'm in my mom's house, what do you call it? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know.
Go back,
Relive your childhood?
Yeah, yes. I turn back into a little Mexican kid. That's what I meant to say. I gotta do the chores.
The chores?
Regress.
Oh. See, that's what I feel like Lloyd Kaufman did from the time he made Toxic Avenger to the time he made Poultrygeist. Yeah. He regressed.
Yeah.
It's pedantic and sophomoric.
Speaking of a prehistoric planet, have y'all seen Tammy and the T-Rex?
Yeah. Don't you?
Lyric just realized we're matching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. These are our official Joe Bob Briggs. We did not plan this, by the way.
No.
We just are both wearing Joe Bob Briggs shirts. Not only, this isn't even the only Joe Bob Briggs shirt I own.
Damn it, and I forgot to pay the lottery tonight. Son of a bitch.
Oh, you think this is a sign?
No, I did play. I did.
So is this a sign?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
This next stream's coming from Cabo.
Yep.
Cabo San Lucas.
Now, if I win, I'm just letting y'all know, I'm moving on a cruise ship.
Dude, you know there are cruise ships where you can buy the room like a condo. And all your food's included, everything.
Yep. And
you
just
just
sail
travel
around
the world. We talked about that before. Me and Emily talked about that before.
Yep.
Like...
But I'm going on the cruise that's here in Calaveras Lake.
it's somebody's little pontoon boat, and it just has a little room.
Calm down, Doug.
Hey, I'm excited about the cruise life. Once Carlos wins the lottery and takes me on his cruise with him.
What you know about that cruise life, Lyric?
We could stream live from the deck every night. Like with the ocean behind us.
Man, you notice how we totally got off the subject of Poultrygeist? Because that movie's just so fucking disgusting. So it's just a bunch of chicken fucking, a bunch of chicken fucking people fucking chickens, diarrhea.
I mean, it's like, okay, so there's one, there's a diverse cast. There's a gay Mexican. There's a Middle Eastern woman that's named Hummus.
Oh god, that's so
But they keep calling her Humas. And every time she like moves, they think she's gonna blow the place up. There's the black guy.
Militant black guy.
There's
the racist
white guy. There's the like cousin fucking redneck guy, chicken fucking redneck guy.
He's so
what
gross.
Else? Wait,
that's pretty much it, right?
But like, here's what I'm talking about. Like, I think it's over the top. Like, Hummus at one point, she like wants to go. She's like, I'm gonna go take these people out, save America. You know, she's gonna take out the zombies. Oh, there's also a Native American who's just drunk the whole time.
But at least they used a real Native American.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they use real everything.
Yeah, well, Hummus was.
Yeah. So,
Hummus.
but like when Hummus like takes off her shirt or takes off her dress and they see her for the first time because she's like got her face covering and everything on.
What is it called?
The Habib.
Habib.
She takes it off and she's like, you know, super hot or whatever. And so like, that's what's weird is like all of a sudden the main guy, Arby's like, oh my God, you're so fucking hot. I want to fuck you. Like, I want to stick my dick in you. Like, and it's just, you're just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's just like, why can't she just like pull that off and be hot? And they're just like, whoa. But like, he just goes on this like crazy rant all of a sudden about like how much he wants to like, I mean, he's like, I want to stick my cock in you, like crazy shit, you know? I'm just like, dude, this is just too much.
And I wonder, like, I bet you Lloyd Kaufman's really like that. Like,
that's what I wonder.
He's probably like crazy. Like,
that's what I kind of wonder.
Shit.
But also, like, watching,
he looks like it.
I watched some interviews with him, and he seems like he's very like neurotic and very what's that called when you're all about yourself?
Forgetting.
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
He's very narcissistic. He seems like he probably is. Like, he's like, it's weird watching him talk. He talks about himself. And then, like, if you, like, look up stuff, he's like, filmed by Lloyd Kaufman himself. And I'm just like, yeah, he's the director. You know, it's just like, it's just weird. I mean, it's all weird exploitation type movies that are meant to be offensive while making social commentary. But it's like, it's just like the offensiveness is so over the top on some of it. And I think they could have made Poultrygeist could have been it could have been Like if they wouldn't have put all that stuff over in the top, like the quote that they use for it on the cover of the DVD you gave us said, compared it to Evil Dead 2. And I think that's the quote he likes to use for the movie because it's on like a lot of the stuff when you look it up. And I think that's where it gets too far away, is like him going into those kind of crazy things. He could have dialed that stuff back, and it would have been more like Evil Dead instead of just being so over the top with the. And it was all usually sex stuff. Like it was usually all sex stuff that was like way over the top and like just too much, in my opinion.
Jamie said the best part was a meat slicer.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so
if it was more of that, just balls to the wall gore and less sex stuff.
So what happened is there's a Native American burial ground, and this guy builds basically a KFC on top of it, and it creates these chicken zombie, like Native American chicken zombie hybrid things that are like, their goal is to turn people into the new meat, and they're like trying to eat them and everything. But whenever it finally gets to the point where it's past all the like storyline that doesn't matter, the love story that's just talking about sex the whole time, and actually gets to those things attacking, man, there's some good gory stuff. The meat slicer, that was awesome. Like that was so good. Whenever like she grabs him and just like puts him on the meat, or he grabs her, I guess, and puts her on the meat slicer, and just face is coming off in the meat slicer. It's so good.
Yeah, when it gets balls to the wall at the end, everybody turns into fucking zombie chickens, and they just start fucking everybody up.
Speaking of your continuity thing, at one point, one of the cast members they think dies, and I think it was Hummus, and then all of a sudden she's back, and she's like, "Come with me," and they're like, "We thought you were dead," and it literally does not explain why she didn't die when she was like back there getting killed. And then it doesn't explain why she didn't die. Just all of a sudden she's alive again. And they even say, "We thought you were dead." And I think she says something like, "I'll tell you later," or something, and that's just the end of it. like what the hell is that? Jamie said it reminded me of the Sadness subway scene. You mean just like the total gore, right? Like just the whole over the top ridiculous gore. Yeah, it was plus raping. Yeah.
I thought she was gonna say that scene reminded me of going to Subway and they're cutting the ham.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Well, that was another funny thing whenever like it's showing the kind of the tight shot on him at the register, and he's like, "Jared!" And he's like talking about Jared from Subway, and he's like, "You're the one that lost all the weight." And then the camera goes to the second angle, and the guy at the counter is like a huge fat guy. And they're just calling him Jared, and they're like acting like he's the Subway guy.
Oh, that's the guy that went in the restroom and shit for 5 minutes.
It's so terrible.
Gross.
Yeah. But like if they could figure out, it's weird. It's even now while I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is terrible." And
that is so gross. I don't know how you can drink that.
What? This?
Yeah, that is so gross.
It's 90 proof.
Yeah, but it tastes like I'm fucking drinking a Burger King burger. It's so smoky.
It's like the Scotch of Mexico.
That is disgusting. Like, don't ever give me that ever again.
You're the one that drank all the rock. Do you want more of this stuff in there?
Yeah, God. I never want to drink that ever again.
You know what's funny is I have like 6 bottles of mezcal at home, and like
tastes like I'm fucking sucking on a charcoal briquette. Oh God, it's so gross.
You know what's really funny about it is, I just made it last longer for you. It's not gonna water it down.
I think it would.
You know, like the next 3 shots in the show we were gonna do before you nearly died was gonna be a mezcal one.
Is all mezcal like that?
Yeah.
The smoky flavor?
Yeah, they smoke the agave.
Oh God, I'm glad. I guess I've never had that.
Mezcal is one of the best things you can get because most of it is made by small family farms in Mexico from one little region.
No, it's not.
We're helping out. Yeah, we're helping out.
Helping out who?
Small Mexican farmers.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Why are they smoking that? This shit tastes gross.
Because they can't call their stuff tequila because they're not in the region of tequila, so they need to make their stuff stand out a little bit, so they call it mezcal.
So they fucking burn it? No. Yeah. It tastes like burnt tequila.
You know what's really fucked up?
That's what it is. It's burnt tequila.
It is burnt tequila.
It's fucking gross. I've never had that before. Please don't ever give me that again.
You've never had mezcal. You're literally taking your straw out so you can chug it, aren't you?
Yeah, because what is that? What is that little guy? What is that?
It's Bob Ross. I'm pretty sure it's Bob Ross.
Why did you put Bob Ross on there, Jamie?
Jamie said add vodka to neutralize it. She's a college student, so she should know.
Oh yeah, all fucking college students are goddamn alcoholics. Right, Lyric? Oh man.
Just hold your nose.
It's so gross.
You don't have to drink it.
I have to. It's a waste of pineapple juice.
Oh. Of Libby's?
I love pineapple juice.
I do too. If we ever plan this thing out right to where we actually like have time and stuff, maybe we can make some real drinks again.
Adding the pineapple juice helped it.
Do you want more pineapple juice?
Can you ice me up a little bit? It just seemed right.
Oh shit.
So then at the end, all the chickens die. And that's it. That's it. I don't want to talk about that movie anymore. That was kind of gross. Yeah. We can talk about something else.
What do you want to talk about now? I mean, this is what we came here to talk about.
I know. We can still talk about Troma, just not that movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Jamie asked, did you like it?
The movie? Yeah, I loved it. But it's just too much sex stuff.
Why are you such a prude?
I don't know. I guess my name's Peyton.
Did you not like the sex stuff because of the lesbian scenes?
No, I don't care about that.
Did you not like the sex stuff because the guy was fucking a chicken for like 3 minutes?
Yeah, and the way they fuck his dick hole with the mop handle, and then he's walking around
and with the giant mops just sticking out
of his fucking dick hole. Like,
I think they shoved it through his butthole, and it blew out his.
Oh, man. Jamie said it was so bad, you guys.
So I'm gonna tell you something about this movie.
No, you gotta say that like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, let me tell you something. So whenever the shit scene started, I was like, okay, I'm speeding this up to 1.5 times.
I couldn't do it.
Dude.
My DVD player won't do it.
Oh my God. I blasted through that shit just like he was. Like, we blasted through the movie at 1.5 times speed. You can still listen to it. It's still, like on the PS4, it plays the movie with the sound just 1.5 times as fast. And so every time, like the musicals, I'm like, fucking fast forward. They're just talking about licking butthole for like 3 minutes. There's like a 4 or 5 minute song.
Just like you said, if they would have cut that stuff out, it would have been a better movie.
Yeah, it would have been a better movie.
But no, I enjoyed it. The gore and the makeup and the story's like, all right, but just too much sex. And it's not the lesbian scenes were fine. It's just like there's too many of them. Like we get it. They're lesbians. Why the fuck do they got to make out and have a threesome on the fucking floor?
Over and over and over.
Over and over. And then it's just a dream sequence. Like they don't even need to put that shit in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. I mean, it's good.
I mean,
if you've never seen it, watch it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend if you want to watch an offensive movie. That is.
If you want to
put
if you want to get a group of friends together and say, "Hey, come over, let's watch this one movie."
But at the same time, there is no place it's streaming, right?
Yeah, you can't find this movie anywhere on streaming
like
services.
The other ones there you could find, like other Troma films you were able to find. You can find
Toxic Avenger for rent on Amazon, and it's free on Tubi. But Poultrygeist, nowhere to be found.
I mean, maybe on their streaming service. You also, their streaming service, it's probably really cool to have, actually. The first month is free, but...
I'm going to look it up to see if I can find it on my TV.
Yeah,
I wonder why, Jamie says.
The first month is completely free.
I figured it'd be streaming because it's Pride Month.
Oof. Oh, and it's like a lesbian movie?
Yeah. Clam.
I bet there are some good movies on their streaming service because they do support so many independent filmmakers. I mean, it's literally like their streaming service. If you're an independent filmmaker, you can send your short film into them and they'll put it on their streaming service or they'll put it on their YouTube for free. And I mean, that's a lot of exposure. Like, it's not...
Lyric. Send in Rigor Mortis.
The remake. The long one. We can remake it. We can rebuild it. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just...
As Forrest Gump would say, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I mean, if you just want to, like, mute it and see, like... I mean... Okay, I'm going to talk about one more thing. About the diarrhea scene again. Whenever the guy starts diarrheaing, it, like, takes over the entire movie. Like, they cut to a different scene, and all you hear is the diarrhea happening in the background.
Gross. When he explodes on the wall and it's all black. That shit, that's the one that was like, I was like... And then when that thing comes out of his ass and his whole body flattens out, that was a good scene.
Yeah,
that was some good makeup.
There was some awesome makeup. That's the whole thing. What was really bad though is whenever you said you wanted to watch it at the store, and I was like,
I forgot how bad it was. I forgot.
I did too. You know, I saw it. I saw that probably right after it came out, or maybe basing it on. When I think I saw it, I probably saw it like 2 years after it came out.
You know, you can't, it's hard to find that DVD anywhere, and I have it.
Sure, they probably don't make it anymore.
Yeah, and I have it. And that, mine's, you saw it's in pristine condition.
Oh, I was going to tell you, earlier when you said Lloyd Kaufman probably really is like that, he probably is really, because like on their website, they still have one link that's called the Tromettes, and they post like naked photos of girls that, just on their website. It's really weird. Like,
and that's weird because Roger Corman, he's an old man too, but he's probably a fucking big perv too.
Yeah, probably.
Roger Corman's first movie was all psychedelic and titties. And
what was the first one?
I can't remember the name of it, but it was it's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff. Yeah, I mean, out of the Troma movies, I would say, like ones they actually made, the Toxic Avenger series is probably the best. And then Sergeant Kabuki's pretty good. Do you like Sergeant Kabuki movies? Did you ever watch any of those? Never
seen any of them.
And then Terra Firma. And then what's another one? See, Roger Corman's movies though are produced way better. Like, it's like they have a higher budget.
No, his first ones were.
Well, his first ones were, but Troma's been making the same movie for 48 years. You know, their filming hasn't really gotten any better. That's the whole thing that's weird. But I don't know.
I can't wait for the new for the new, what do you call it? Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, so there is a new Toxic Avenger coming out.
Big budget with fucking Peter Dinklage playing Toxie.
Yeah, who else is
Kevin
in it?
Bacon's playing the villain.
Yeah.
I hope he plays the mayor.
Oh, that'd be cool. So.
And it's gonna be rated R.
Yeah, and it's got like $100 million budget or something crazy.
That's.
I mean, it's got like a big budget.
Did you hear about the new pirate movie coming out?
Like Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, it's the new pirate movie.
No.
It's rated R. You gotta do that when you say it. No.
That was terrible.
You know, it's funny. He produced, Roger Corman produced Humanoids from the Deep.
Okay.
You've seen Humanoids from the Deep, right? That was not a dad joke.
That was a dad joke, I think.
Oh, man.
But you're a dad, so that's okay.
I have another pirate joke then, if you think that was a bad dad joke.
Okay, what is it?
This pirate walks into a bar and he has a ship's wheel down the front of his pants. And the bartender goes, "Yo, man, you know you have a steering wheel down the front of your pants." And he's like, the pirate goes, "Aye, and it's driving me nuts." No, that wasn't a dad joke. I'm here till Thursday.
Oh, man.
No, come on. I got some good ones.
I don't know. That was an uncle joke.
Yeah, that was more like an uncle. Oh yeah, that was good. Is that real?
What, an uncle joke?
I never heard that before.
I haven't either. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm trying to find Roger Corman's. Hold on, I want to find Roger Corman's. God damn, look at all these, dude.
I know he's made like 4 million movies.
No, he's like producer.
He's produced them, yeah.
Galaxy of Terror, have you seen that one?
Slumber Party Massacre.
Saturday the 14th.
Man, I tried to watch Saturday the 14th.
It's terrible, but I remember it because I remember when it came on HBO.
It was funny when you were a kid, though, right?
She made that up. That shit's great. You need to market that.
Yeah,
You've heard of dad jokes? How about fucking uncle jokes? That was an uncle joke.
Whenever you say fucking uncle jokes, it like reminds me of my childhood. That was a molested child joke.
My uncle. I miss my uncle. He taught me how to kiss on the back of a motorcycle.
That's messed up.
What?
What did I just say? I was just about to start talking about some other movie.
Saturday the 14th.
Saturday the 14th. I think it was a Saturday the 14th after a couple probably 8 months ago or something, and that popped up on Shudder or something, Prime, and so I put it on, and it just does not hold up. When I was a kid, I thought that
terrible.
was like so funny.
It's terrible,
it is
but
terrible movie.
Yeah, but it just brings back a lot of memories.
It does bring back a lot of memories, and
you know what it brings back for me? I remember every once in a while, dude, I get flashbacks. I was sick, and my mom back then, dude. Back then, in the 70s, when you were sick, oh my God, Billy, you're sick. We have to call a babysitter. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to call a babysitter to see if she can come. No, dude, I was in elementary school. My mom would be like, "All right, there's some soup in a bowl on the counter. If you get hungry, it's right there. There's crackers.
Yeah.
Don't set the house on fire." That's what they'd say. And my mom would take off, and I would be at the house by myself all day, and I was in elementary school.
You may tell you something. Listen, one of the days that I stayed home sick was super crazy. I was in 4th grade. It was right before we moved to the house, to a different house. We lived in a house at 909 Holiday. This was in North Texas. I was in 4th grade. Well, first of all, after my mom left I thought I was going to make coffee. I didn't know how to make coffee. So I put the coffee maker in there. You know, I put the stuff in. Well, it overflowed. I didn't do it right. And it like, I don't know what happened, but like it was flowing all over the coffee pot. So I like was trying to turn it off, and I just grabbed a rag and started wiping it. But like the burner was still on, and it shocked the fuck out of me. I mean, like it electrocuted me. I'm like, ah! You know, like somebody needed to come kick me off of it. But like it was so bad, it scared me. I was like, what just happened? I didn't, like, it took me a minute to realize that I just shocked myself that bad. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'm giving up on the coffee. So I clean that up. And then I go in there and I'm just watching TV. This is 4th grade at home. And I start hearing this noise. And it was our, like, metal garage door. I'm like, what is that noise? And so I go down the hallway, and our house was kind of shaped like an L. The driveway came up like this and went in the garage. I go up and I look through one of the windows, and these people are trying to break into my house while I'm in there. These people are trying to get the garage door open, like these 2 guys. And I freaked out. Like, I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I jumped out my back door and took off running and jumped over my fence. I'm just sitting in my whitey tighties. Like 4th grade. I take off running down the street. I hide in some bushes. And right outside, I went and knocked on the door of my friend Steve's house, and nobody's there. They live like 4 houses down. I'm hiding in the bushes, and his big brother comes pulling up, and he sees me over there, and he's like, you know, what's going on? And I'm like, somebody was trying to break in my house. Like, so he walks back down there with me, and they're gone. You know, and he like called the police and everything, but like I was like terrified, and these people just totally were trying to break into my house in the middle of the day. It was creepy. Were you there? Was that you?
Why? Because I'm Mexican?
Well, you already told me you stole my bike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, but I remember being left alone. Left alone, eating cold soup, and watching fucking Saturday the 14th.
That's cool.
I was like, I'm going to watch this. And so it brings back memories of me being by myself. And then my uncle showing up, for real, my uncle showing up saying that he's there to pick me up, that my mom and dad took off and said that he can have me. But he was just fucking around. And it scared the shit out of me, and I start crying.
Oh, I thought you were about to say he was trying to kidnap you.
No, he was just joking.
Oh, okay.
But I guess my mom told him to stop by to check on me. But he was like, my uncle was a dick. He would say shit like that. And then he would do shit like peel a potato and start eating it and be like, do you want some? Lyric, ooh, your Uncle Robert. And then I'd take a bite of the potato and I'd be like, ugh, and he'd start laughing. And then he would tell me, of course, he would tell me I would be eating watermelon, and he'd be like, you're not eating the seeds, right? And me, I don't give a shit. I eat watermelon, I'll eat the seeds. I don't spit them out. If I'm eating a watermelon, I eat a seed. I don't care. He'd be like, don't eat the seeds. They turn into roaches in your stomach. And they fucking look like roaches. So that shit scarred me. So for the longest time, I didn't eat the seeds of a watermelon till I was like 24. I think that's considered abuse now.
See, I think that's considered abuse. And these movies we're talking about are considered racist.
Yeah.
Probably, I would guess.
Man, I just brought back a flood of memories Saturday the 14th.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that shit in a while. Yeah, my uncle saying my mom and dad left. Your mom and dad took off. They're not coming back. They said for me to come pick you up, you're going to live with me now. And I was like, ah!
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
I can imagine. Yeah. I turned into my uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
That's what you're going to do to Lyric's kids.
Lyric ain't having kids. She already told me. She's like, fuck them kids.
Damn.
I told you, Lyric said that too. Lyric Please make sure our gene pool dies. It's gonna die with you. Please tell me. I don't want to. When they look back, when future humans look back, they're gonna not find anything of us.
Except for all of Lyric's movies on IMDb.
IMDb. All right, yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it too. I'm
Next week,
tequila'd out here.
Yeah, I'm kind of drunk. It's a good thing I'm driving.
How much did you?
I don't know. I had this is like my 5th one, maybe.
No.
Yeah, I drink a lot. 4.
Yeah, but there wasn't that much in here when we started of the Rock tequila.
How much do I drink? When do I drink? I don't drink.
You only drink on this show.
Yeah, I know. Lyric, kinda. I don't know what that means. Next week, we're gonna have our friend Chris on.
Is he gonna come?
He said he is. He's down.
Cool. He's like is he like a idiot savant about about Halloween? Chris, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
If you don't know what that means a big dummy.
No, but he's like, he knows like everything about Halloween, right?
I don't know how much he knows. I don't know how much he knows.
But he's a big fan.
I mean, he does get tattooed.
He's a fan of Halloween, so we're gonna talk about the new Halloween movies. Probably throw in some old Halloween movies.
You know what you should get tattooed next, Chris? If you're listening, you should get Michael Myers, but in the sunscreen position, girl, where the dog's pulling down his
bikini.
Not his bikini, the bottom part of his overalls, so you can see his butt. And he has the knife, and the dog's there pulling it down.
That's pretty good. Somebody's gonna steal that idea.
Actually, somebody told me they wanted it.
Did they really?
And then they flaked out on me, so now I want to do it on somebody.
That's messed up.
So I want to watch the 2018?
I don't know. Yeah, 2019? I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. It's just called Halloween again.
It's Halloween. It's 2018. We're going to watch Halloween and Halloween Kills in preparation for Halloween Ends.
Halloween Kills is
streaming right now. I heard the kills are crazy. Have you seen it?
We started watching it. I started watching it, but then I stopped because you weren't there, and I was like, this is something I need to watch with Carlos.
We should watch him. So, yeah, I want to watch him. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge Halloween fan. Never been. It's just a guy killing people. I'm not into that.
Well, the thing that weirds me out is it's kind of like the Jason thing.
Just like Friday the 13th. I'm not a big fan.
Like, it's just a normal kid who's actually dead, and it's his mom doing the killing, but then all of a sudden it is actually him, and then all of a sudden he has superpowers.
Yeah, how are you going to go from not being big to part 2, you're a full-grown man? Continuity, my friends. That's what's continuity.
You should be in the continuity department.
Dude,
you should go to film school to be the continuity guy.
Lyric, whenever you start directing big films, can I be your continuity guy?
I think you can. I'm just going to say yes.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Thank you, everybody who...
Yeah, thanks for coming by and watching us.
Shin,
this is what we would...
Start on
Script supervisor. See, look, she's already learning so much.
Damn.
She knows the actual name.
I know.
Is that can you get in the guild with that? Can you, as a script supervisor, or you still need your 3 words on screen? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Lyric, I just need 3 words on screen so I can get in the Actors Guild.
What is that?
You've got to say at least, like, I think it used to be 3 words on screen in order to get into the Actors Guild. Probably. Or be an extra in a crazy amount of movies, or be a non-speaking credited actor in X amount of movies. 1 word. Okay, yeah. 1 word, you can get in the Screen Actors Guild. That's what I just need. I need to like trip over something and just be like, no! And
I
then,
want
like,
to be either dying saying fuck, or seeing something crazy and going fuck, or
you just want to drop the F-bomb.
yeah, I want to say the F-bomb. What is that? I just want to be in the DGA.
Directors Guild of America.
Oh shit. Oh shit, son. All right.
Okay, I think we're out. We will see you
Thanks.
guys next week. I just hit the table like I said I wasn't going to do.
I know, and James is going to be
Probably
pissed.
blew out the speakers.
Pissed.
But we will see you guys next week.
See ya. Bye, Lyric. Shin, thank you again. I'll start working on your drawing. I think I know what I want to do, and it's going to be fucking awesome. So,
Uh-oh.
oh, shit.
Oh, she can't hear anything because I blew her ears out with slapping the table.
Blown out.
Dang it.
That's
my fault.
Oh, she uses her headphones.
Okay.
JK.
Rowling.
Oh, we can't say her name. It's Pride Month. And we're out.